What's up, homies? We got some farm going on here. Let's see. Make sure this bot's on. Yeah. Yeah. What's up, Marcus? How's it going, dude? Yay, political Farmville. Yes, exactly. Political Farmville. We're back. This is the post Trump era Farmville. Post Farmville era of political Farmville. What did this unlock? I'm not saying. Oh, what the hell is this thing? That's what she said. Oh man. Wait, what? What is it that? Oh, I unlocked a gourmet bakery. Oh, baby. Biden Farmville, yes, Biden Farmville. How's it going, everyone? Hopefully everyone had a great frickin' Monday. So yeah, just in case anyone like was like, hey, what that, like, how is this even working? Like, what are you doing? Like, yeah, there's some cheats going on here, just so you know. I'm just trying to, like, I'm just messing around with this game. I love play. I just randomly started playing this game again the other day and was just like, you know what? I just need like a boring game that's kind of like Minecraft, that's just like semi-mindless to play, and so I decided to bust out Farmville. Farm Together. What's up, slutty horse? How are you? How slutty are you feeling today, bruh? But hopefully everyone has had a good Monday. Oh yeah, but there's cheats, so that's you know, there's a lot of crazy stuff going on here. But I have my farm hands, so I'm just gonna let them do most of the work. I just basically got to plant all the crops, and I've kind of configured things here so that way, like, I know once everything gets once everything's ready to be harvested, it takes them about 5 minutes. Wait, we could have played Minecraft, maybe. Yeah, but that requires more effort. That requires like me to kind of pay attention and like do stuff. This is kind of like less than that. This way I can like actually. Are you gonna do Farming Simulator? Well, I've done that before, but I don't feel like, I mean, not that many people really like it, and I think it's actually off of Game Pass now. I think that's the only reason why I did it before, was they had. I think the last time I played was Farming Simulator 2019 was on Game Pass, I believe, because I didn't buy it. So that I remember. And so that was the reason why I could just play it. But I believe it looks like it's off of Game Pass now, though. Could have helped you collect wool. Wow. Oh, that's all I am to you, Marcus. Is that all I am to you now? Just a wool collector guy? So these guys are, so basically there's a cheat on where basically you're not supposed to have to water plants, but like the AI doesn't know that, so they just literally sit there in the same spot and keep watering the same plant over and over again, because they don't realize that like you don't have to water the plants, but they insist on watering the plants. So I just let them, you know, let them pretend like they're doing something. Zeus, what? Yes. Oh, okay. Well, I guess that's that's how you feel. That's how you feel, man. I'm just a slave to you. I'm just a slave. Mr. Slave. Oh, Jesus. See, look, so now they're starting to ready to be harvested. So now these guys are going nuts. So they'll just basically go around and like collect all those things. So once they're done like screwing around, harvesting everything, then I'll come back around and just plant my next set of crops. So technically this stuff should take longer to actually become to become mature enough to be harvested. Like watermelon are supposed to take like 2 days, like 2 actual days. I don't got time for that shiznit. You know what I'm saying? So that's where the cheats. That's sort of cheats help you in this game. Is it actually accelerates the time it takes for crops to be ready to be harvested. I actually have a tree house here I built, a tree cabin. I can actually go in there and like, you can customize your cabin and crap. Oh, this thing's got 2 hours before I can actually do something more with this. But yeah, I don't really need to do much with the land. I mean, I can pretty much level up my farm like pretty freaking quick just with this 2 actual days. It's just like Farmville. Farmville was the same way. Yeah, so like if you look here, like it says 2 days for watermelon, 1 day for wheat. Like this is the actual days that you would have to wait for this stuff to become harvestable. But it coincides with the amount of XP that you get out of it. So like watermelons have the highest, well, the 3rd highest XP. So the first is corn, the second is strawberries. Yeah, the second is strawberries. So strawberries is 105, corn is 140 XP, and watermelon is 95 XP. I did not cry for 3 hours last night because Buffalo versus Kansas City. That was not me. Oh my gosh, dude, are you serious? Trey, that's not cool, man. You're not supposed to cry. It's not good. Don't cry, bad. Oh man, I feel fat today. I ate too many pizza rolls over the weekend. Between pizza rolls, taquitos, and drinking Angry Orchard, I feel like a fat monster. And actually, I feel like I did definitely gain some weight. So I am probably going to have to start running on the treadmill again. It's been like a while since I've run on the treadmill. I'm going to have to run on the treadmill again and burn away a boatload of calories. Always have been. What, a fat monster? A 140-pound fat monster at 5'9". Mm-hmm. I haven't weighed myself in a little while now. I feel like if I do, I feel like I'm back at 150 right now. No, I'm not gonna see King Kong vs. Godzilla. I'm just not into that kind of stuff. That's just not, I mean, it's not like, it's just not my thing. I don't like, yeah, I'm not like one of those people that thinks, I'm not saying no one else can like it. I'm just saying that it's just not for me. You're 156 and 160 on a good day. But I'm also a skinny, like, you know, I don't got big muscles or anything like that. I'm like, I mean, I got some muscle, but, yeah, I'm not exactly participating in a bodybuilding competition or anything like that, you know? So I'm a skinny fat, kind of, you know? You're also skinny? I'm sure you got more muscle than me, probably. Maybe you got a little bit more meat on your bones. Howdy, fellow farmer. What's up, Aman? How's it going, dude? Come on, you bum. Finish those other plots. The thing is, I need to wait for him to finish those because then he'll come and try to start watering crops, which makes no sense. They should just harvest the ones they can, but then they want to start like watering other crops first. So this is literally all I have to do is just basically keep I let them do all the work. It could probably be faster for me to do all the work, but then I have to actually do work. You know, like it's just easier for me to come like, here I'm just gonna plant all this stuff and then you guys harvest it all, and I reap the benefits by and as far as XP is concerned. So are they slaves? I mean, they're pretty close to it actually, but they do get paid. So I mean, technically not, right? They get paid in coins and in-game currency. So no, they're not slaves. But, you know, I mean, in a sense they are, because they're getting paid nothing to do all my dirty work. They're basically like sweatshop employees. Think of it that way. They're making Nikes for us. Ah, okay, good. I can still plant. Oh, actually, I kind of, you know what? Let's plant corn now. Yes, let's do corn. Corn's better for us. Corn's got more XP. Who you got in the Super Bowl? The Chiefs. Easy. I think it's easily the Chiefs, man. If you think otherwise, I think you're on drugs. I really do. I just put it this way. I mean, like Tampa Bay, they fell apart against like Green Bay's like defense that was effectively asleep like for pretty much the whole game, with some opportunities that just happened to drop in their hands. They basically fell apart and they almost lost that game. I think you are on drugs, JJ. I mean, I've seen you dance, so I mean, or you attempted to dance. Come on, bro. You know, but they didn't do so. Imagine like Kansas City's actual defense, and then I thought Buffalo was going to be the team to beat with their defense, and Buffalo, dude, they got torched. But I don't think it was so much Buffalo's defense. I mean, because when you think about it, they did what they could given their situation, but like, you know, Buffalo's offense stunk it up. You know, they didn't do jack squat on offense. So I mean, it just. Yeah, I put this one guy down here all by himself to test, like, how fast are they really? Yeah, they're not really fast alone. These farmhands, they stink by themselves. So did you guys, I assume everyone had, like, school today, right? Or worked or whatever you did today. Masturbated instead of going to class. I don't know, like. So, someone I saw heading to school right now. What the heck? At 2:30 in the afternoon for you? Is it 1:30 or 2:30 or, you know, approximately that? Oh, for track. I meant like actual. No, I meant like learning stuff, JJ, not extracurricular activities. So Trey, I saw you post that stuff in chat, Trey. I think you're a bad kid. That's what I think. I think you're a bad kid. You say like, oh, you know, the lady said that I wasn't there, but I was there for more than a time. I don't believe you one bit. I think you're full of it. And you know what I mean when I say it. I mean shit. You're full of it, brah. I haven't learned anything this junior year. Man, you know what? That's got to be crazy. You know, I'm not going to lie. That's got to be crazy, like, towards your junior, you know, yeah, junior or even seniors. I can imagine this. Imagine this being your senior year, actually. That would be, like, awesome. I kind of think. Because my senior year, I didn't want to do shit in school. Like, I felt like, just like, please, no, don't. Like, I don't want to do anything. And, like... Trey is a danger to society. Yeah, I agree. He shouldn't ever be allowed to own a handgun. That's all I can say. You had family watch you? Okay. They laughed at our class. Now we laugh at them. Wait, I don't know. Bucks right now. Bucks have a really good D line, decent defense overall. Yeah, but look, man, Buffalo was looking pretty good too. They got torched. I think I just think Kansas City's gonna figure something out The one thing that Green Bay didn't do, until like the second half, was find ways to stretch the defense. They kept trying to do the same crap. Like, they were adamant that they were going to do something for the first half of the game, and it didn't work. The first half of the game. And I think by the time they decided to make a change, no, I understand that, but the definition of insanity, trying to do the same thing over and over and expecting different results, and if not working, you know, at some point you gotta say, like, hey guys, like, how about we try to throw underneath? How about we try to do some screens? You know, do things that were gonna cause them to have to come up to the line and stop blitzing so much. And Rodgers got sacked a lot, you know? Call things that are quick. Get the ball out of his hand quicker. But they just kind of, they didn't bother trying to change that. And then, I don't know, the coach seemed upset. Their defense played like trash. I think the whole defense pretended like, it was almost as if they never played the week before. This is crazy. They just didn't seem, you know, maybe they got caught up in some hype or something. Like, oh yeah, we should just win. We should just win this. But their defense sure as hell didn't help them. I mean, they helped the second half, but I think, remember, there were like a couple of tip passes, right? I mean, so well, I'm talking about like, no, I'm talking about Green Bay right now against Tampa Bay. I'm just saying that, like, for anyone who thinks that, like, well, you know, Tampa Bay really kind of had their way with, or Tampa Bay's win over Green Bay was like that good. I mean, it was good for them, but like in contrast to Kansas City, I don't feel like, you know, they're not going to be able to have that good of a time against Kansas City. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like Kansas City will throw more at them than what Green Bay was able to accomplish with Tampa Bay. Come on, man. You slow bums. So, like, the top right is my farm level. The top left is my my profile level. So I'm like level 34 in my profile. So like the star changes from like blue to orange to blue, like every time the level changes. So come on, jerk. Finish that plot. There you go. Yeah, boy. Kansas City lost Fisher. Yeah. Yeah, but their D-line's not going to have much of an opportunity to get pressure when you have Mahomes doing those little shovel passes to frickin' Travis Kelce, and like Mahomes can run, whereas Rodgers didn't really run it all that game. You know, they didn't do anything to get him outside the pocket till, like, you know, he had a play here and there. Mahomes is far, you know, obviously much younger, far more athletic. Has better receivers, I think, in general. They got a lot of speed on that field. So, I mean, they can use end rounds with Tyreek and Hardman and all those guys. I mean, they have a much more dynamic offense than Green Bay has. So, I'm not, like, worried one bit about Fisher being out in the next game. All right, JJ, take care, dude. Have fun, man. Run a mile for me. Bro, I literally called the touchdown being a shovel pass to Kelce. If it was no obvious way Kelce lined up pre-snap, that was a shovel. Yeah, I mean, I just think that, you know, again, Kansas City has a much more dynamic offense Don't tear your ACL. Yeah. Then they have much more dynamic offense than Green Bay does. You know, they have so many more weapons. They have so much more speed and versatility. I mean, it's just like Green Bay doesn't even compare offensively to Kansas City. There's just no contrast between the two teams, or no similarities between the two teams. Why the F did you say Baker? You're retarded. Because you're retarded. That's why you just said Baker. We know. I mean, come on. Antonio Brown. Still, I don't look, Antonio. I don't think that really matters that much. I mean, I really don't. I mean, Antonio Brown's old. First off, he's basically Josh Gordon's status at this point, right? With how many times he's kind of been back in the league and out again. I don't. He might as well just be getting high with Josh Gordon right now. Might as well. He's still burning people. Yeah, I'm not. It's not like I'm sitting there saying, "Oh, Tampa Bay's not going to score any points." I mean, of course they're likely to score points. I'm just saying that Tampa Bay was able to stop Green Bay's offense. I don't think Tampa Bay is going to be able to stop Kansas City's offense. I don't think they're going to have an easy enough time with it, and it's going to be very difficult for them. And if all it's going to take is for Kansas City to make a few stops, you know, force a field goal here and there, make a few stops, and like that's the game for them. I mean, that's all they really need to do. Otherwise, like I said, offensively, they're going to be able to use speed to destroy Tampa Bay's defense. And again, I'm not sitting there saying either like, oh, it's going to be like 50-0 or 50-14, or, you know, I'm not predicting scores. I'm just saying, and generally speaking, if you look at the makeup of the teams and compare and contrast to the teams they just played, I mean, I feel like you should be able to come to the conclusion that Kansas City's offense is way better than Green Bay's offense. Just comparing the players alone and what they can do. I mean, look, they showed the stat yesterday. Yesterday was the first time in NFL history where two players on a team had 100 or more yards in consecutive games in the playoffs. Like, that's who Tampa Bay's going to have to. That's who Tampa Bay's going up against, man. And that was just like Kelsey and Tyreek, but let's not pretend that like they don't have other people on that offense that could have done the same thing. Right? Then Watkins was out, so is Watkins going to be back? You know, Sammy Watkins might be back too for Kansas City, right? Possibly. And I see you, Whitey. So, I mean, again, like Kansas City just has too good of offense. I mean, they showed it against the Bills. You know, the Bills I thought had the best defense left in the playoffs, in my opinion. I feel like Green Bay just made Tampa Bay look better than they are. But in playoff history, well, sure, yeah, but but either way, I mean, you get my point though. Is like that's who they're up against. You know, that's the offense they're up against, and so like I just think Green Bay made Tampa Bay's defense look so good. Brady needs to be more accurate. Well, hey, I mean, if Kansas City can get to him just like they were with Allen yesterday, like Brady's in a lot of trouble, man. Because Green Bay, it took them to the second half to start getting anywhere near close to him. And that's when he started throwing. But again, like the turnovers were still like you had some passes that should have been caught that were deflected by the receiver's hands and just happened to end up in Green Bay's possession. I mean, he had that one bad one where he just chucked it up, but granted, it was third down, so that was basically like a punt. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, that was fortunate for Green Bay. That's what I'm saying. Like Green Bay, like they ended up with all those picks, but they were just more like, oops, like I accidentally threw it too high. Yeah, I mean, the man coverage that Kansas City had against Buffalo. Now, granted, it's Buffalo, so, I mean, it's not like they have great wide receivers, right? I mean, you got Diggs and Beasley. I mean, aside from that, like you don't really know like who else in Buffalo really is making big plays. And they couldn't get the run game wasn't working, and then Allen. I think Allen he showed the poise of a quarterback that's never been in the playoffs before. Like he just looked like a deer in the freaking. Allen looked like a deer in the headlights in that game. Like he was so confused. You could tell he was second guessing everything. He was taking so long. You know, he was staring down receivers, and he's like, "Wait, he's open." Like if you looked at what he was looking at, you in your mind, you're probably thinking that what he was thinking. He looks open, but I'm not really sure if he's open. I want to wait another second. Okay, now he looks open again. He's still open. Let me go ahead and throw this ball. And by the time he made that decision, it was already over. You know, like the play wasn't there anymore to be made. And so that's what screwed Allen was he just I don't know what the hell that guy was doing yesterday. He just looked like someone different. And Kansas City caused a lot of confusion for him. So I mean, that's kudos to them for what they did defensively. And again, like, okay, I know Josh Allen is not exactly Tom Brady, but Tom Brady is old. He's older. And so again, if they can get pressure on Brady and force him to make mistakes like he was yesterday, which I feel like they will be able to do, all they need to do is stop Tampa Bay a few 3-4 times, maybe, force some field goals, and then Kansas City's offense will take care of the rest. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think is what it's going to come down to. That's what I did against Kansas City earlier this year and Houston last year. Tampa Bay probably going to run the ball 8 times the Super Bowl. I'm calling. Oh, it's probably going to end up being that kind of game. They're not going to be able again if they get stopped. You know, Kansas City's. I don't feel like it's going to have much of a problem scoring on them. Ah, damn it. I gotta change what I was laying down. Okay, we'll do strawberries since it's the next highest XP. See that guy down there with that farm, he took forever, man. Corners are good though. But again, like you only but you only have so many, man. You know what I'm saying? Like how I get what you're saying, but I just I don't know what to say, man. I'm just saying that remember Kansas City was here last year. And I'm not saying it to be like I'm trying to be as objective as possible. I'm not like trying to be a fanboy about it or anything like that. I just don't think that Tampa Bay has all the answers for Kansas City. Kelsey Goat. I liked how Tony Gonzalez referred to Kansas City as his Chiefs during like their little halftime show or whatever the hell it was. Like bruh, you don't own them. You don't have stock in them. Maybe he does, but very unlikely. Very unlikely. Let's run through the field, everyone. We're going streaking. He is what? He's got investment in the team. If you're telling me that, I highly doubt that. I feel like I highly doubt that. I feel like he's just saying that because He retired with the Chiefs, right? Or I mean, that's where he was for most of his career. But did he retire with Atlanta or did he retire with Kansas City? I'm assuming he retired with Kansas City since he was there most of his career, right? Tony G made Kansas said the Falcons was his best years. Oh, he retired with the Falcons? Wow, that's crazy. That would be crazy. Ugh, that's kind of sad. But you know, again, remember, but he was playing with Matt Ryan, and you know, at the peak, right? He still calls the Falcons his Falcons too. Oh my God, what a bandwagon! He can't pick his team. Tony Gonzalez, you bum. That's funny. So ex-Jaguars coach Doug Marrone will be the Crimson's Tide offensive line coach. So Doug Marrone's going to Alabama. He's like, well, I guess I couldn't win anything in Jacksonville, so I need to go to Alabama so I can like maybe bolster my ego a little bit and not feel like such a loser after winning just one game. Sad. Damn it, my stocks were up so much more this morning and then they went down. I'm so saddened. Stock market is a shady game sometimes, you know? Oh, but someone tweeted, a gamer person tweeted today that they invested $3, they bought 100 $3 shares in GameStop. And they said they forgot they had the shares in GameStop. Well, GameStop stock is like up to like $75 a share right now. And that was just happened just like within the last day. All of a sudden, for some reason, their stock surged, which I have no idea why. You made so much money with DraftKings? What do you mean by so much money? Because didn't you say you only bought like one share or something? What's your definition of so much money? I can still do strawberries, actually. No, I know that. I know you meant stock. I said, how many shares did you buy? I thought you said you bought like a share or a couple shares or something like that. Okay, me, myself, no, not a lot. So I'm saying, like, I made like 50 bucks. Like, I'm a millionaire now. Oh, wait, I just made 50 bucks now. No, but imagine that dude invested. He bought 100 shares at $3 a share. Now it's 75 bucks a share. So what is that like? He made like 400. No, more than that, right? I can't do the math. My math is bad right now. You made like 65% more. Well, that's good. But imagine $3 to $75. Do the math. So he invested 300. He made what? Like, he bought 100 shares of GameStop stock at $3 a share. So he spent 300 bucks on GameStop stock. Jeez, try saying that fast 3 times. Yeah. And now GameStop stock sells for it's up to $75 a share. So he made $72 per share with his investment so far. 7,500. It's absurd. Yeah. So there you go. So then that was an investment of, so he made 7,200 bucks then off of that. $7,200 off of a $103 investment, right? Or $300 investment. It's insane. I would have sold that shit right away though, because you never know. Because it, for whatever reason, GameStop's stock plummeted last year. It looked like I looked at the chart, and that's the thing for me. Like, I kind of look at ones that go down and then come back up, but it said that there's no reason why their stock all of a sudden went up. So that's kind of sketchy. I don't know what happened because it just said like, oh, investors are just investing in GameStop right now. Like there was like no like legit no rhyme or reason as to why people were investing in GameStop. So maybe someone's like helping inflate the price, kind of like what people had done with Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies a long while back, just so that the people who own the most shares can just dump it, make a hefty profit. So if I had bought GameStop at $3 a share and made $7,200, I would have sold that shit by now. I would have just sold it and went back to got my 7,200, calls it a day, probably. But no, I invested $100. I think it was like a little over $100 per. Was it just over 100? I guess it was. Yeah, it was over 100. I can't remember how much over 100. It was like $100, and then I put another 50 in there because I needed some more to cover one of my investments. And my account is showing at like $197 right now. So I made a little bit of money there just from buying. And that's only from like, I bought 5 shares in one stock and 2 shares in another. So I made like almost like close to like $100. For some reason I keep saying 50 because that's because I had 50 in my account, or I added an additional 50. My lights just flickered, so if all of a sudden the stream goes out, it's because the power went out all of a sudden. For some reason I feel like we've had a lot of like random power outages and shit like that over here. Like yesterday, or on Saturday, I left to go somewhere and I came home and the power went off at some point for some reason. Figured GameStop would be like Blockbuster and go out of business with people just buying games. No. I mean, you'll have that, but it's not like video games are video games. So I mean, it's not like you're replacing one medium with another. Like if video games all of a sudden were sold on, well, actually it wouldn't even matter if video games all of a sudden were only sold virtually, or you can only download games. Well, then yes, GameStop would obviously go out of business. But it's not like, you know, well, people are switching from renting VHSs and DVDs to just using Netflix and, you know, streaming services. So, I mean, there'll always be a need for a place like GameStop for the foreseeable future. But I just, again, like I said, I mean, when I read the thing about, because I looked at the stock when I saw the dude's tweet, and I was like, yeah, what the hell? Why the hell did the stock just randomly go up? And when I read the thing, so right now I have $197.56 in my account. Like I said, I invested about just over $100 in 2 stocks. So I almost doubled my money so far. Well, I shouldn't say that. I don't want to say I doubled my money. So no, I made like 40 some bucks or some crap like that. $47, let's say. That's why. Watch list. So GameStop. Oh, GameStop. Oh my god, it dropped so fast. Oh, I hope he sold it. I hope he sold that. It went down to $53. It was at $75 today. Yeah, I swear it was at $75, wasn't it? No, okay, it was just over. Wait, that's weird. Wait, no. I went to the wrong one. Okay, GameStop is at, actually, it's at $80, $81 a share right now. So yeah, all of a sudden, just today, it skyrocketed at about 10 a.m. or 10:30, no, 11 o'clock. Holy, what the hell? Wait, I'm so confused. Why did GameStop... Hold on. Okay, this chart is showing weird now. So back in November of last year, GameStop was about like $14. But like prior to that, in like August and September, it was about like $3 a share. Well, no, that's true. I mean, yes, you're right. I mean, the demand may go down a little bit, but most, I don't know. I guess I don't want to say what I think. Okay, somehow, somewhere along the way, so sometime today, GameStop actually went up to like $143 per share, then dropped by half. That's so weird. It was up to $150 per share. That's insane. But it dropped back down, so it came back to earth. But you know, I know what you're saying, but I don't. I feel like most people don't have a console that doesn't have a disk drive. I could be wrong, but like for me personally, I don't see the appeal of a console without a disk drive because one, I like having physical media. Because I have I consider my living room my home theater area, and I have a nice setup, and I want to be able to like watch my 4Ks and just have them readily available. So I just kind of do that. But I feel like most people are kind of like that, not like, well, hey, I don't want a disc. I mean, it doesn't really save you that much. I don't think it really saves you that much money either. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you not want to just get something that has a Blu-ray player? Especially when Blu-ray players themselves cost so much money alone. You know, so the fact that you get a Blu-ray player inside the console, I mean, really, that Blu-ray player cost probably makes up the price of most of the console when you think about it, especially the 4K Blu-ray player. Because, I mean, if you want to go buy a 4K Blu-ray player, be prepared to spend like $250, $300 just for that. So it's like, why the hell would you not just buy a console to go along with it where you can play games? Spend the extra $200. You know, maybe some people don't want to spend it, and that's fine too. But again, at that point, then the whole discless discless console doesn't make sense for those people because they just want movies at that point. So I have a therapist appointment tonight at 7:15. So soon. My last one was on Wednesday, so things were getting better on Wednesday for me, and then you know, today was actually pretty decent. I mean, I actually woke up and felt like, well, one, I actually went to bed at like 9:30 last night. I woke up at 5. I felt like I actually didn't wake up in the middle of the night. I didn't feel like I was tossing and turning in the middle of the night. I felt like I got pretty good sleep. But even when I woke up, I still felt like I was just like I don't really want to wake up. And then I was like, no, you better get up. So I like snoozed for like till like 10 after 5 and was like, yeah, just get up. You're up. You don't really need to sleep anymore. So that was good. Then work was kind of just, you know, like kind of just getting back to things and stuff like that. These lazy bums get to work, bruh. I gotta make dinner. But hey, I've got a date. I got a date on Wednesday, so there's that. I have that to look forward to. So that should be fun. I'm gonna go out and eat somewhere I haven't go eat at a restaurant I've never eaten at before. Although for some reason my Google history claims that I've been there before. I was there last year apparently, but I've never been to this place at all. At least not that I remember, unless someone stole my phone and went there without me. Like, it's freaking weird. Why can't this thing go faster? Slowest tractor around, bruh. You know, I should just sit here and keep, like, checking out. Game, what is this? Game, wait, what? Game, what this is? This is called Farm Together. Check out my chick. Hey, baby. Hi, Whitey. Want to play a game? Look at me, I'm all kinky and stuff. I got that schoolgirl look about me. Or as what's his name would say, political Farmville. That's what Danny called it. Because one of the last times I was playing this game, we were talking politics. That was a long time. It was a while ago. Oh, the weather's changed. I need to go. Get my tree. Get my trees taken care of there. Go get my gas. Alright, woman, let's go. Run. Oh. Oh, yeah, I remember, yeah. Yeah, I think that was during the 24-hour stream or something. I think. I could be wrong. Alright, while these guys sit here and clear the field, plow the fields, I'm gonna sit here and just keep trading in stuff. Politics are yucky. They can be. They can be. They don't have to be, but they don't have to be, but they usually are. But they don't have to be. Oh man, my neck. Oh. Wow. I actually ran out of corn? How is that even possible? What? How did I run out of corn, man? I feel like I didn't really turn in that much. I guess I haven't been collecting that much corn. But I think it's corn season now. It is. Yes, it is. We need our 140 XP. It's just the way she drives this vehicle. It's just kind of like, okay, what kind of tractor can turn? What kind of tractor has that kind of maneuverability? Not many. It looks more like an ATV than it does a tractor. Oh man. Shoot, that's right. I need to go drive my car. I got 2 tires on my car that have lost some air. My tire pressure light has been on for like weeks now. I can tell the driver's side one is starting to get kind of low, so I need to when I finish this, I need to go drive around and look for a gas station that actually has like a tire or air thing that's actually working. Because the last time I went to the gas station, I was trying to get my tire filled up, but then the one I go to, I filled up the gas, and then I went over to drive to the air pump, and then they had the air pump inside the garage. I'm like, what the hell's the point of that? Like, how am I supposed to get my... Because they say if you get gas there, then you qualify to just use their air pump for free. It's a compressed air machine. And so I was like, okay. So I drove over there. I was getting ready to fill up my tire, and I look, and yeah, they put it in the garage. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, I just bought gas from you with the expectation I was going to be able to fill up my tires here. But now I can't because you hid the freaking pump for me. So I'm going to have to drive over there when I'm done with this, and I'm going to check first to see, do they have the pump out? And if they do, then I'll get gas because I need some anyway, and then fill up my tires. But if they don't, then I'm going to have to... Now, I don't know if they kept it in because maybe it was cold outside or something. That's the only thing I could think of, but I don't know. If that's why. I think they just did that on purpose, or maybe it was broken. I didn't hear it running. Chicken butt? Right, guess what? So hopefully they will have the air, because my tires, I don't want it to go flat for sure. And I feel like if I let it go too much longer. Plus, I need to drive on Wednesday, and I want I don't want to worry about having to get air in my tires when I have to drive like a half hour to go out to, go out to dinner, go out on my date, if you will. So yeah. So these neighbors that live next door to me, they're like barely home. The winter, I don't know what happened. It's got to be something with the snow that we got this winter, because the same day that one of the branches went down on my pine trees in the front yard was the same day that, like, actually no, I take that back. I think that was after that. But like the neighbors, they have all these pine trees. Some guy thought it was a great idea. Before, this front yard was like, had like a couple of trees here and there. It was enough to like kind of have some privacy. But then the guy who ended up buying this house at some point years ago decided it was a good idea to plant a shit ton of pine trees in her front yard. And it was like it's the absolute worst idea I think that anyone has ever had in their entire life. It was like, it looks terrible, because now they just have a shit ton of pine trees in their front yard. And it's just a mess. Well, when it snowed, we got the heavy snow. A bunch of the branches from the pine trees in the front just are laying on the ground. And these people, they've been there for like, I swear, like over a month, maybe 2, and they're just branches laying all over the place. It looks like someone just came through and just like took a chainsaw, all their branches and their trees, and just left all the branches there. And I'm just like, how do you not clean this up by now? Like, it's kind of like disturbing. It's kind of inappropriate. I know I have a branch down in my yard, but it's not like all my trees have branches that are hanging off the side and crap like that. It looks like really bad. It's a disaster, and I can't believe that they just have left their house like that. It kind of makes the neighborhood look bad. To be honest, it makes the neighborhood look bad. But then, like, these people, I don't even know if they're like hardly ever home, it seems like. Or if they are, you just never see them. And so that's kind of weird too, because we know people live there, but they just are never to be seen. So yeah, so there's that. So there's that's some excitement. Not really. That's about the extent of the excitement in my life though right now, so oh man. Yeah, it does take these. That's the only sad thing about this. Is it takes these guys forever, it seems like, to like harvest this stuff. But it's about like I've timed it. It's about like 5 minutes or so for them to harvest everything. So it seems like it's so slow, but 5 minutes is a while, but like it sure beats me having to go around and do it all myself though. So that's the trade-off, is I don't have to do it. I should go in and customize that cabin one day, but I just don't want to do that. Actually, because I think if I go in there, the rest of this may not happen. Like, it may not continue. They may not continue to farm crap when I'm in there. I wouldn't want that to happen, because then it'll slow down my progress. Oh, okay. We're level 47 on corn. That's hilarious. Ding. Ching. It's crazy. I felt like I had more corn in stock or something like that before. I didn't feel like I used it all up in the bakery. Chung chung ching. Come on, bro. I'm not going to be able to make it in time with corn. Because corn's only available now, and then I'll have to go switch over to freaking watermelon. Strawberries only in summer and fall, so is corn. So I might end up getting screwed here because of these guys taking forever. Oh, I might just barely be able to get through this farm, maybe, if this guy hurries the hell up. I don't understand. It's always this guy who's last. Like, why is that? Is he a slacker? I think he might be. I think he might be a slacker. I think he's just slow. I think that's tray farming back there or something, maybe. I don't know, man. He's a little slow here. Alright, we should be good to go now. It's gonna be close. I don't know if we're gonna be able to get through this whole plot. Actually, we may have just enough time to get through this whole plot. Oh, no, let me do this. You always want to stay in your plots of 9, because this is easier. I mean, and it's actually more efficient, I would say, for your gas and your tractor. My sister being mad sus. She's acting like she's hiding a body or something. What? Okay. Maybe she is. Maybe it's an ex-boyfriend or something. She's like, I murdered him in his sleep. Yeah, I was watching while I was working today. They have Date Movie on Amazon Prime Video right now, I forgot how, like, I just love those spoof movies for most of them. I mean, they're okay, but like, Date Movie was actually, I remember seeing that before, but it'd be a girlfriend. Okay, well, it's fine too. But like, I was watching Date Movie and I was just like, wow, like the way some of these movies kind of sort of were just like overly just disgusting, or like they spent too. It's almost, or like at times they spent way too much time on certain parts that just made it like, you're like, if you're in a movie theater, you're like, well, this is like way too uncomfortable. Like, you feel like when is this part gonna end? Because this is just, now it's just getting weird. And I mean, I know the objective of spoof movies are to be weird, but like, it was like weird to the point where it's like uncomfortable weird. And I felt like, okay, was that like intentional for it to be that weird? Or was it just kind of like, they were like, you know what, we just need to kind of fill in time, so like, let's just make this scene a lot longer than it would normally be? I'm not sure which one it was, but yeah, they had some very weird parts in there. But I just always like how those movies take like, look, we just got through just enough time to plant the rest of that corn. That was good timing. So now our apple tree should be done actually, because the season's changed. You know, that just kind of happens, you know, just when the seasons change, your you know, your trees just happen to, you know, become harvestable. But yeah, I don't know, those movies, like, and I forgot how old those movies are too. I forgot how old some of those, like the one, I think Date Movie is from like 2008. I'm just like, damn, dude, like those are some old movies. Like some, you know, those are like actors and actresses that I grew up with, so to speak. And you guys are like, you know, who the hell are these people? Those people are old to you by now. But you know, they and the, I guess back in that time, like it seemed like, you know, they were, people really liked spoof movies. And they were funny. I mean, don't get me wrong, but like sometimes they just kind of were like, okay, like haha, I get it. Like you did that just to be you did that just to see what you could get away with, maybe. You know, there wasn't really maybe much point to them or anything like that. It was just like, yeah, let's just do it because we can. You're dead from sledding? You were sledding? Wow. You actually have snow on the ground? No, we have snow here too, but like not like, not enough to be sled riding. Dude, it's been forever since I've gone sled riding. I actually have sleds to do it. I just never do. But the closest hill to me is kind of like, is about like 15 minutes away or so. Ish. 15-20 minutes away. So it's not like I can like go to my backyard or someone's backyard and like sled. That would be pretty neat, but no. You got tons of snow, big hill right in your backyard? Wait, what? Really? Oh. But is it really that steep, or is it... Yeah, I feel like if I went sled riding, I'd be like, I'd come home like And after sitting around for like an hour, my whole body would just be like, oh my god. What's good, Dr. Baker? Psh. I don't know, man. I got, some girl on, oh, really? Streamlabs thought, because, you put Dr.Baker, so it thought you were trying to post a website link. But anyways, I got liked on a dating website by a woman who has a PhD. So I was thinking like, oh yeah, we were talking about that yesterday. So yeah, I haven't decided yet if I want to like her back just so I can like have her have my babies and then just pay for everything. Well, it's not my backyard. You go through a backyard, there'll be a church with a huge hill. Wait, what? You go to a church to go sled riding? Isn't that like, do you actually go to that church for like services or something, or you're just using it for its hill? It's kind of that's kind of like, anti something or another, right? There's gotta be something wrong with that. You sinner, you're just using the church for their hill. I thought you were gonna say a woman with a no, the lady actually said, like, her profile said that she had a PhD. And I was just like thinking like, wow, really? Like, why was she looking at me? I'm not that educated, really. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like women who have that high of an education are looking for guys that have that high of an education. But like, my profile literally just says like, hey, I'm looking for someone who's like ready to start a family. Like, that's literally what my profile says. Actually, all my profiles say that. Like, I'm kind of looking for someone who's like ready for that next step in their life, because like that's where I'm at. And so I'm kind of surprised that someone with a PhD would be trying to like be like, hey, what's up, Baker, how's it going, bruh? Like, I'm trying to finna have your babies. Baker's not well educated. Do you see the kind of work you do? No, I'm not educated in the sense that I went to college and got a 4-year degree. I don't have a college education. I've taken college classes to help support me do what I do, but I don't have a bachelor's degree or an associate's degree or a master's degree. Like, I don't have a degree, and that's what I mean by educated. I mean, like, college educated people typically look for college educated people. Typically. I'm not saying all the time. So this is that rare case where someone with a PhD would be like, oh, hey, here's some guy who doesn't have a degree. I think I'll try to hook up with him. Like, what? But the only way that's possible is that if you don't look that good, then it doesn't necessarily matter what kind of education you have. You're going to probably have a hard time finding someone who also looks that good. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of the way the world works sometimes. So I'm, like I said, I realize that, for me and the way I look, that I can only get a girl that's going to only look so good. I can't expect I will ever be able to hook up with a supermodel. I don't have the looks for that. I don't have the education for that. So I understand that. So it's just, like I said, to me it's just crazy that like someone with that status would have thought that like I was that. You loser, I have a 10th grade education. I'm the most educated person. Yeah, I can say like, yeah, I have some college, like I took some classes in my field of interest. But I wasn't necessarily trying to so I wasn't necessarily trying to get a degree when I first started taking college classes, but then once I started taking college classes, I was like, you know what, this wouldn't be too bad. But then I took accounting, and then I was like, yeah, this is bad. I was like, accounting destroyed my will to take more college classes. It's very unfortunate. I should have kept going, but I got so discouraged after taking accounting. I was like, wow, I'm an idiot. If she looks like a supermodel, she's probably crazy. No, that's not true. I mean, I wouldn't say that, but it just means that she's probably high maintenance, most likely. I guess I could keep going for a little bit longer. I'm not really don't really have anywhere else to be. But like I said, I've got to go get my tires filled up. My front tires filled up. I gotta look for a gas station that has a air pump that's actually working or available. And I gotta get gas, so I'll get my tires filled up, and that way I'm ready to go for Wednesday's date, and I don't need to leave the house again till Wednesday. Because I'm a bum. I got my therapist appointment tonight at 7:15, so I gotta be back in time for that. Who says looks imply you're intelligent? I'm not saying that either. I'm saying that I felt like we've had this discussion before. I absolutely have had this discussion before on my channel, for sure. Let's not pretend that sexy people don't only date sexy people. You can put it that way. Like, a girl with really good looks is gonna date a guy, or is gonna want to hook up with a guy with really good looks. A girl who looks good. All right, I mean, there's some caveats to this, but just this is the general rule of thumb. A girl who looks good is not gonna date a guy who looks like I do. I know that. I understand that. I accept that. I mean, yes, would I want someone, but I don't think that any girl I've ever dated has been ugly. But I think that they were suitable for me in the way, given the way I look. And that's just the way life is. Like, a supermodel is not gonna date some ugly dude unless he's got money. You know, that chances are, like, unless the dude's got money, or unless the guy's got an education or something, that's the only, like, circumstance I feel like that's necessarily true. But otherwise, like, generally speaking, like, attractive people date attractive people. That's the way the world works, you know? It's just the way it is. So, you know, we all have to, you just have to, once you accept that, then, you know, dating will probably be better for you if you're, like, on the market for looking for someone. Because, like, you can't just go into everything thinking, like, and plus, if you do see, especially, like, on dating websites, for example, if you see someone that is attractive, chances are it's probably a fake profile anyway, so there is that. I mean, if someone was really that attractive, they're not going to need a dating website. You know what I'm saying? Or if they are that attractive and they're on a dating website, chances are they're just there for a hookup and not for, like, long-term commitment. So, cough, cough, Facebook. Yeah, Facebook is, like, I was on Facebook dating before, but, like, there were a lot of, like, women on there, and, like, some somewhat attractive, but, like, yeah, I feel like people have, just like any other dating website, actually, that's the other hard part about dating websites, is that they keep profiles on there for years, and they don't take them off. So even if someone hasn't been active in, like, forever, they just leave the profiles on there just so that they can say, oh, we've got X number of members on our site. But that doesn't do any service to the people who are actually have to sift through this, sift through the nonsense, you know, the stupid the profiles, because you can sit there and like profiles all day and night, and you'll never run out of profiles to look at. But problem is that a good portion of the profiles you're looking at are people that aren't even looking anymore. That's the one thing that's terrible about dating websites. Now, granted, like, some will tell you that they've been active, but that's only when you search for them. But, like, they'll still present to you through, like, you know, like, oh, hey, here's your matches for the day or something. Like, they'll still present to you people that have not even been active in years. Like, some people have actual dates on their pictures, and you're like, dude, this was from, like, 3 years ago. There's no way this person's still on here. And so if you go look at their profile, or if you happen to find it, they haven't been active recently. So it's just kind of like, online dating is a mess. But online dating is the only sure way to know, at least in my opinion, the only sure way to know that a woman or a guy expects you to advance on them. You know what I'm saying? It's basically like someone advertising, "Hey, I want to date." Would you just walk up to how many people realistically would walk up to a girl in public and just be like, "Hey, baby, like, yo," or whatever your move is, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how do you just like walk up to some chick in a grocery store and be like, "Hey, you know, are you single?" You know, no, you don't do that shit, because women or guys, you know, you're not out like waiting for someone to, you're not out because you're trying to get hook, you're trying to hook up with someone. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh shit, that was an accident. I kind of screwed that up. So online dating just is basically like, hey, this is the place that you go because you know that other people are looking for the same thing or something similar, possibly, and that's why you're here. That is you advertising yourself. That's just awkward, especially in this day and age. Yeah, I know it is. So, you know, it's and you then you're trying to look and see like, oh, does she have an engagement ring on, or what if she didn't wear her engagement ring out? You know, it's just kind of like there's different factors that you have to consider when you're like trying to just look for someone in person. It's just not this, you know, it's just not the same anymore. Plus, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of nerves and anxiety that go into that too. You know, the fear of being, you know, the fear of being rejected to your face is a start. You know, especially if this girl's like, yeah, like, I'm not interested in you. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least now, granted, I wouldn't say the same thing applies online too. You know, like I'd think of like whether it be me or other girls. You know, I've had women like me, but then I look at their profile, I'm just like, yeah, I don't know if I can see myself with someone like that. You know, it's kind of a tough pill to swallow. That like for me, there are girls that I feel like are not that attractive, even for me, and. But like at the same time, like I kind of think like, you know, I can't necessarily afford to be picky either, but I kind of have to be a little bit, right? You know, it's how low are you willing to lower your standards just to be with someone? You know what I'm saying? Like there's, you know, there's got everyone's got to have a line, right? Everyone's got to have like like, you know, everyone's got to have a standard. And you don't want to just like think like, well, you know, for the fear of being alone, I'm just going to go ahead and take the plunge. Like, no, because then if you can't be happy with, you can't be attracted to the person that you're dating or potentially spending the rest of your life with, that's not a way to live your life either. You know, you don't want to be miserable thinking like, oh God, I'm like, I hooked up with this slob, you know, so to speak. Or someone who I don't even find physically attractive, but I'm just, for the sake of being in a relationship or getting married, I'm gonna just hook up with this person. Like, no, you can't do that either, because you just be miserable the rest of your life. You know, you don't want that. So you have to be picky, even if you don't feel like you have the option to be picky. Oh, I might just barely beat this timer. Please beat it, beat it, beat it, beat it. Oh, it's gonna be close. Just give me one more tick, bro. Oh, just in time. Look at that. Just in time. We just beat it. Oh. So yeah, I mean, it's online dating sucks, but then trying to find someone in person sucks. Everything just sucks, man. Like, that's all I'm trying to say. Everything just sucks. No. No, it's hard to win no matter what you do, right? I mean, you just have to find your way and hope that one way works. I mean, that's ultimately the bottom line. You just have to find. I feel as anyone who dates for my brother. Seriously, he's a damn Packers fan. Oh God, please. But then you're also a Vikings fan, though, right? So I mean, you know. I mean, come on. The Vikings traded for Kirk Cousins, for God's sake. That tells you everything sucks. I know, right? That's, yeah, I'm not trying to depress everyone. Damn it. He was sleeping. No, I mean, but seriously, I mean, I don't mean that like in a depressing manner, but that's more like comical than anything else. It's just, you know, it's there's, I guess the moral of the story is nothing's easy, right? You know, whether you're on a dating site or this, that, and the other, Have any of you guys took a loan? Yes, it's called buying a house. It's called buying a car. It's called getting a loan so you can put new windows in your home. Yes, I've had many loans over the course of my life. My dad gave me a small loan. Uh-oh, I know where this is going. My dad gave me a small loan of $1 million. Whitey's going the Trump route here. How long did it take for a loan to be approved? I mean, it normally shouldn't take that long. I mean, sometimes when you apply for a loan, you can apply to be pre-approved or whatever. I mean, it shouldn't take that long to know if your loan's going to get approved. Because really it just comes down to like it comes down to your credit score and all that stuff. And if you've never had a loan before, like to get a credit card for like if you don't have credit cards or anything, like it's going to be hard to get a loan to begin with. You need to have some type of credit to even be considered for a loan. Give you a rough estimate. I don't know, like days. I mean, it shouldn't take like weeks. You're going to know right away because, I mean, they'll just check your credit score and say, yeah, you're approved or no, you're not approved. I mean, usually days, damn. I mean, look, if you go to a car dealership, for example, and you say, I want to buy a car, and your loan is $10,000 to buy your car, they're going to run your credit right there, and they're going to tell you if you're approved. Like, you'll know right then and there. So, I mean, without specifics as to, like, what you mean by a loan, like, it just kind of depends on what route you're going. I mean, even for like buying a house, it's kind of like the same thing. Like you'll have a good idea like pretty quick, because again, all they're doing is they're just checking your credit. And then if there's a if there's a company or a bank that's willing to give you that loan, you need a loan for school. That's it. Well, I mean, then you should know pretty quick. I mean. But need it by tomorrow. Wait, what? Doesn't make any sense. What? I'm so confused. I mean, but that would just go through the school. You fill out forms, and then they tell you if you're approved or not. I mean, that's... You don't, like, go look for a loan and then tell the school, hey, I got someone that was willing to give me money. Like, usually you go through a process for that. Your school's being a dickhead. What? Oh my gosh. I don't know what to tell you, Mike. You always seem to have weird issues, Mike. Issues that like I feel like no one else ever has. I don't know what it is. Is it because you're black? I don't know. It could be. I don't know. I'm just kidding. Like I don't mean like I kind of mean that to be funny, but then at the same time, like I don't know, dude. Like, is this what being black is like? Like, you just have all these weird fucking issues that happen to you, and like, because you don't have white privilege or something? I don't know. Like, I'm kind of being funny, but I'm kind of not. Like, I don't know. I don't know what his life is like. I want to be underwater. What? Underwater male stripper. What the fuck? Okay. That's a unique career. Baker being that's not being racist. That's like, that's kind of like just kind of trying to understand like why he has these issues. Like, I feel like it's only Mike that seems to have issues, but the only difference between Mike and pretty much everyone else that I know is that he's not white. So I mean, in my mind, that's you know, going through all that just so you can say a word. Wait, what? Keep it up, Baker. You put your junk later this. I'll put coal in your junk. Wait, what? Baker playing the race card. I'm just asking. I am just being like, I'm being as open as possible about the subject. I mean, that, like I said, that's the only thing. That's the only difference I know between Mike and everyone else that I know in my life. And he seems to have issues with stuff. So I don't know. Like, again, like, you know, we can joke about it all we want, but like, I'm kind of being, like I said, I'm kind of being funny, but I'm kind of not. Like, so you don't have black friends? No, I don't. Like, I've got, you know, my next door neighbor is about as close to a black friend as I have. I used to have black friends when I was younger, but I don't have black friends now. I mean, you're the only person in my life that I know of that is black, dude. So any experience that I have related to black people in my life is channeled through you. How about that? That's all I can say. Is she biracial or something? No, it's because she grew up. So she, okay, so how do I say this without sounding that wrong? I mean, I just say, like, she grew up living in poverty. So I would say that, like, I'm not saying that just because you're black means you did, but I would say that there's something to be said about being black and also growing up with not having a lot of money. I'm not saying that all black people have that same experience. I'm just saying that that is kind of a, there is some kind of relationship there. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, like that. No, that's not racist. That's not racist. There's a difference between being racist and, like, understanding the world. We know how the world works. You know, otherwise we're just pretending that, like, what I just said isn't. Oh, she's a fat neek? What? What? What the? I have a Mexican coworker and she's really nice. Okay. True colors about colors. Yeah, I don't, Mike, what the hell are you talking about? Just say lower class and all her neighbors were. What? No, I don't even. No, I don't. No, that's not. I don't say that's true either. I'm just saying that she's had a lot of experience. She's had more experience than I had with people that are black than I have. I mean, I grew up, like, again, like, I grew up. She had a certain different upbringing than I had too. I'm just saying that, like, my upbringing, I had black friends, but, like, we weren't, like, we didn't live in the ghetto. They didn't live in the ghetto. I didn't live in the ghetto. You know, I lived in not in a great neighborhood, but it wasn't like people weren't getting shot up every day and crap like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a difference. You know, she's used to being in a neighborhood where you're hearing gunshots ring out and stuff like that. So, again, that's... Mike is fat shaming. Oh, gosh. Is a nerd geek? Neek is a nerd geek? Oh, my gosh. Oh, gosh. Mike, really? Mike's coming up with all these random phrases, words, made up words. I would check the Urban Dictionary for it instead of Wikipedia, to be honest. That's usually where I go to look up stuff like that. Like, no joke. You go to Urban Dictionary to look up stuff. So Bakey is I'm not a racist. Like, you guys are so weird. You guys, I think, you know, you guys like to throw around these terms. It's not a good idea. You like to throw around these words, but, like, you know, that's kind of it's kind of inappropriate because I'm not a racist. I'm not a racist. Are y'all willing to loan me $3,500? What the fuck? No, Mike. Are y'all willing to loan me 35? Like, I just need a small loan of $3,500. I'm saying if you guys hate baloney, you're all porn star. Wait, what? Okay. Racist. Yes. I was gonna make a little joke there, but I was not gonna make that joke. Oh my gosh. I don't even, dude, you're just like, now you're just like putting words to say words. Alright, while we're here, look at my dog. Look at my cute dress. Look at my stockings and my dog. I'm kind of sexy here. I don't really got my boobs are above my corset, it looks like, for some reason ish. I'm not really sure what's up with my boobs. Like, I kind of got like a chest, but like not really. I'm not sure what the deal is there. I kind of look like a little kid. But check out my dog. Look at my puppy. Isn't he adorable? Hey, boy. Look, he even sticks his tongue out and stuff. You made a GoFundMe but got nothing? Are you serious, dude? Like, well, yes, because people probably were like, who's this random dude, like, asking for $3,500? And, like, really, who farms with a Santa hat? I do. Didn't you see some of my farming streams from like a year ago? I'm just kidding. It's because it's themed, because it's based on because it's still winter time, so they kind of had like, that was like their theme for a character that just gets created now by default. All right, well, I'm gonna let this guy finish farming those plots, and then I'm gonna call it a stream for now, so I could go look for a place to fill up my tire. Hopefully it's not flat already. Go fill up my tires, get some gas, and then I'm ready for Wednesday, and then I get home just in time to chill out and then wait for my appointment at 7:15. So all right, guys. Well, all right. Yeah. So I'm not going to do closing time, so, you know, I'm just going to kind of end it when I'm done. So thank you guys for everyone. Go to Speedway. Nah, I'm gonna go to Shell first, because they usually have the gas I get, and no, not Court. Baker's a rate. I'm not. Stop saying that, dude. Just. Oh my gosh. I'm not reading that. I love you all too. Thank you guys for everyone to stop by today. Appreciate it very much. Interesting chat today. Thank you for support as usual, guys. I appreciate it greatly. Tomorrow should be back on, and we can do some YCW. So I know we got a few tournament matches. I was going to do them today, but I had to hurry up and get on. So like, I was just like, let me just do this since it'll be quick, and I'll just really set up much of anything. So we should do that tomorrow, and then Wednesday I'll probably have to stream a little bit later, because now I have some meetings on Wednesday that go from 3:30 to 4:30, so I won't be able to stream till probably at least 5 on Wednesdays. Mike, okay, look who you're talking to. You have a bunch of kids here mainly, so no one's gonna know anyone who's gonna just give you $3,500. So you're looking in the wrong spot. Why don't you go to Live Me? Don't you have, what about that troll guy on Live Me who makes all that, probably makes some money? Why don't you go ask him? That dude in that group that you're in, who always just likes to rag on people for no apparent reason and just be annoying. Go ask him. I'm sure he's got $3,500 for you. Man, he lost his factory job. That dude had a factory job? Are you serious? That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. All right. Anyways, and has nothing to do with skin color. Don't get me wrong. Don't even assume I mean that. Just based on his character, that makes a lot of sense. Just go and do a 24-hour Live Me stream where I just beg for donations, please. Factory jobs are fucking awesome. No, they're not. Stop it. Stop it. All right, guys. I'm gonna go now. But it was all jokes. No, no. Anyways, thank you again, guys. Bye bye.